Ladies and gentlemen, Little Big Ramayana. In what is normally an epical tale, we shall begin with speaking about the most sinister of characters. We are looking at a person who was in actuality a very learned man who used to meditate. Although brilliant, his self-centeredness got the better of him. He made an appeal to Brahma, the creation god, asking to make him the most powerful and influential man in the world. With great reluctance, Brahma awarded him the benediction to be what he asked for. And so, he was slowly transformed into a unique form of ultimate demon. Frighteningly enough, he at times manifested a remarkable and intimidating set of heads, wielding terrible weapons and arrogantly flaunting himself. He had power, and the appetite for more held no limits. He asserted himself through conquering the three worlds, including the heavens above, and then down to the lowest level of hell, tearing open a gateway to that region. He unleashed a species of malignant creatures known as Rakshasas. With his expanded legions, he sent the gods out of their celestial abode by usurping Indra, the ruler of heaven. The Rakshasa king was known from then on as Ravana, which means the one who makes the world scream in terror. From here on, the gods found themselves in turmoil, with demons occupying every corner of the universe. They had no alternative but to seek the help of Vishnu, the god of preservation. Vishnu carefully listened, calmed everyone, and allayed their fears by agreeing to a personal descent to the world of mortals. He vowed to subdue the Rakshasa forces. With delay in time, a young prince, Ram, was born in the royal city of Ayodhya. The boy had 3 siblings, Bharat, Shatrugna, and Lakshman. His mother felt he resembled a god. No one at the time imagined that baby Ram was an avatar, sent to this world to meet and challenge the demon Ravan one day. Ram was tender, lovable, and destined to do something very wonderful. same disposition as her brother. The bond between them was quite strong, even though one day Robin had killed her husband while on a hunting excursion. His fatal death was a total accident, and Robin was regretful. This, however, did not compensate for her need to have a husband. She spent much time looking for the perfect partner. Being restless, she one day decided to be adventurous and go to the forest for a lustful tour amidst the trees. Prince Ram had grown up and evolved into a marvelous young warrior. Courageous and loyal, he was determined to abide by the obedience of Dharma, duty. He accepted the fate of a 14-year banishment to the jungles of the Dundan Forest, the will of his stepmother, on the eve of what was to be his royal enthronement. Fortunately, he was not alone, for both his consort Sita and his brother Lakshman were at his side. Now, how did they spend their 14 years in such a place as the forest? It was at the initial phase of their stay that they decided to wander the trails. They were fascinated by the features of the jungle and relished the pleasant and natural aromas which lured them into the depths of the foliage. Finally, they came upon a group of sages who lived and meditated in a forest ashram. Ram and Lakshman vowed to serve and protect the sages from obnoxious intruders. In gratitude, the three wanderers were given shelter in the ashram, along with divine gifts. The sage Agastya presented Sita with a sari made of gold strands and precious jewels. Ram was bestowed with a divine bow crafted for the great Vishnu himself. The sage also offered a magnificent dagger for Lakshman. He also made it known that these weapons were not made to instigate violence, but only to be used in defense. Peace prevailed until fate had it that Shurpanakha crossed paths with Ram and company. Lo and behold, she was struck with love the moment she set eyes on him. She used whatever ammunition possible to try to entice Ram. But Ram couldn't be tempted, being committed to Sita. The moment Shurpanakha caught sight of Sita, she was sick with envy. Ram could see this, and he jokingly proposed that she accept Lakshman as her mate.
You don't want me!
The Rakshasi showed some interest, but Lakshman, like his brother, was not willing to consent.
Wait!
Shurpanakha felt that she was not being taken seriously, and so she bore her fangs and raised her claws toward the princess. But before she could strike, Ram intervened. She cursed the three of them and swore that she would destroy Sita when their guard was down. Lakshman was enraged, took his divine weapon, and mutilated this most nosy of demons. Sighted a rare creature. It was a deer that captivated her attention. And as the creature stood proudly, its pelt shone like pure gold. Called Ram and Lakshman. The deer kept a comfortable distance. Sita was still enchanted and begged Ram to catch the animal for her. Lakshman, ever cautious, told his brother that there was something odd about the deer. Ram agreed and asked Lakshman to stay with the princess and guard her with his life while he retrieved the animal. As Ram chased the deer further and further away, he grew suspicious and decided to release his weapon. When the creature retreated, Ram revealed its true identity. It was another Rakshasa, and even as it was dying, it laughed at Ram, falling into a trap devised by Ravan. He then cried out for help, imitating Ram's voice. Sita! Lakshman! Help me! The deceptive call for help echoed off the trees and fell on Sita's ears. The princess panicked and ordered Lakshman to go and save her husband. Lakshman was apprehensive to leave. He carved out for her a circle of protection. Sita then meditated and prayed for her husband's safe return. And as she was in contemplation, she heard the sound of someone coming. The princess turned around hoping it was wrong, but instead she saw a sannyasi, a holy man, at the edge of her protected area. Sita greeted the stranger and brought water for the mendicant to drink, showing the hospitality fit for a traveling mendicant. Her kindness was not mutually returned, for having stepped out of the protected area, the mendicant revealed his actual self. It was Ravana. A monkey by the name of Hanuman. in a search for Sita in every corner of the land. When traveling south, they reached the end and came upon the expanse of ocean, which left them in a quandary. Now Hanuman was not an ordinary monkey. Being the son of Vayu, the wind god, he possessed powers that became manifest, transforming the monkey into a giant of unimaginable heights. Hanuman could now easily spot Ravan's palace, situated on the Isle of Lanka. With a look of incredible determination, he shot forward over the ocean, and with one amazing leap, he shouted loudly, Hanuman landed on the Isle of Lanka. He reduced in size back to that of an ordinary monkey, so that he could sneak into Ravana's palace. There he followed the faint sound of someone weeping. Found Sita. He took her by surprise and explained that Ram had mobilized an army and was preparing to rescue her. Hanuman learned that Ravan gave the princess 1 month to decide on submitting to him as his queen, or else wind up as his dinner. Hanuman told Sita that Ram will come for her, and as he was leaving, the Rakshasa Ravan, looking Hanuman over, decided that he would light on fire what was the most treasured part of a monkey's body, the tail. Hanuman returned to Ram, who had gained forces in preparation for attacking Lanka via a causeway over the sea. It was an all-out battle. not seem to vanquish the demon, despite the discharge of his divine weapon. Then he heard in the ether a gustous voice revealing Ravan's vortex of power. His heart, strike his heart. After the defeat of Ravan, Sita had become free from captivity. Hanuman and Lakshman were restless as the princess emerged and stood before Ram. Sita presented Ram with a garland, yet Ram gave a cold reception, and with callous words of rejection, he alluded that there was some level of disloyalty on her part, having spent much time with another man. The princess felt so disgraced and disheartened that she was prepared to walk into fire. Ultimately, Agni, the fire god, explained to Ram that Sita was more pure than his own flame. She was faultless. Ram felt regret for his doubt, and then explained to her all that he went through to win her back. Her heart melted. The two glanced at each other with an enhanced amount of appreciation. Relationships have always been complicated, even in the divine and absolute sphere. Ladies and gentlemen, little Big Ramayana. With Devaki.